Welcome to the beach in Los Angeles.
Yeah, something happened over here with spray paint. I'm like, whoa.
There are so many beaches in LA. As someone who was born by the beach in a beach city and someone who has lived a lot of their life by the LA beaches, I am here to share with you today the best beach cities. We're gonna take you all the way from Redondo Beach to Hermosa, Manhattan Beach, talk a little bit about Marina del Rey, but mostly hop over then to Venice Beach and then finally end up here in Santa Monica. So come along with us. We'd love to have you on the journey so you can find out what the best beach is for you to visit. Welcome to our first stop here at the Redondo Pier. So this place is a bit more chill than some of the other beaches, especially Santa Monica, but there's still a lot to do. You can rent a kayak. There's a really fun arcade that is open when it's not, 2020, 2021. There's lots of restaurants overlooking the water, which are a lot of fun. And so it's a really good experience. It's about 20 minutes from LAX, so it's not too far, and it's much less crowded typically than Santa Monica Pier experience. Lots of good seafood that's super fresh, and a little tiny harbor as well.
Feeling a little bit more local than commercial, and I think that's just kind of how they set up the pier experience. In Santa Monica, you have all the commercial restaurants. They have their arcade rides and stuff. Here, you've got a completely different feel, and it's newer. If you have the opportunity, check this one out. I think you'll really feel like you're getting a really great experience on the water. And the pier itself, I would say, square footage-wise, is bigger.
This is exactly what I used to do as a child. Come down here and try and find fish. You can actually rent a bike and ride it all the way from here in Redondo Beach down the coastline into Santa Monica, and even beyond. Really, it just gets a little dangerous because then you're like riding by the road. The strand goes all the way along the water. It's a really beautiful ride.
So we're gonna walk right over to my favorite section where the food is. You can pick out live seafood and then take it over to the other restaurant and have it cooked up. If you can smell oysters and raw fish, you're in the right place. Turn on your smell-o-vision. It smells like clams, oysters, salt water. If you're looking for a crab hammer, you can rent one. Got to mask up. I think we're gonna get some oysters. Hopefully they allow me to get a couple of each. Wildcat Cove, Bucky Bay. I don't know where any of these places are, but I'm sure they're close.
So where do they actually come from?
These come out of 1,200 feet of water.
Kamamotu, the Cushy, and the Bucky Bay. So I got, let's just call it the best of the best. I asked for the smaller ones. I like the consolidated approach in terms of the oyster.
Is this the first time you've had oysters for breakfast?
Not the first time. Very plump, very opaque, but the belly of it is just so tender. I'm excited to eat this one. This is its friend. They came together, assuming on the same ship here as well. I'm fishing to make sure it's untethered. It's slightly awkward when it hangs onto the oyster and you don't actually get anything in your mouth but fish juice. That was top 3, I think. Best oyster in my life. You can see what we're looking at. Like, it's so opaque and so thick. That was so good. Fishing pole rental. You can rent your fishing pole. They do whale watching tours here in Redondo. All the Echo Park paddle boards made it down here as well, so you can do paddle boarding out in the ocean, which is a pretty cool thing.
So behind us here is Palos Verdes Estates, and you can actually tell it's kind of on a cliff, so there's not really any beach that you can access. It's a great place though. On the 4th of July, you actually watch fireworks all along the coastline. It's so much fun. But there's really not a lot to do there other than tide pools in terms of beaches. If you follow that peninsula all the way around, you end up in Long Beach. So that's kind of how the layout goes. But here we are in Redondo. As you can see, in the pier section, there's not really a beach. The beach section is over here on the other side of the pier, and there's lots of space to play, to boogie board, whatever you like to do, build sandcastles. This was one of my first experiences in fusion food.
Money shot right there. Hot dog on a stick. This place right here is where it's at. El Torito.
This was one of my favorite Mexican restaurants when I was a child, where my grandfather would let me order whatever I wanted as long as I ate it all, and I way overstuffed myself many, many times.
We're headed up to the next beach town over, Hermosa Beach.
Forgot to tell you, right before you go down, there's this little park where you can, there's like a playground, you can play with the kids up here, right on the other side of the parking garage. Over here. So here we have a 2-mile drive, a whole 2 miles down the road to Hermosa Beach.
About 10,000 feet.
But we're driving it because that's how we are. 79 spaces available. Here at the Hermosa garage, it is $125 an hour. Another pro tip for you here, one of the best views in all of Hermosa Beach. You can always tell who's a local because people like me are wearing long sleeve shirts.
Hermosa Beach. Hermosa Beach. Where you find the good stuff, not just the restaurant called the good stuff, you find the good stuff.
So we got a lot more action going on. Hermosa is actually very famous for its volleyball scene as well as surf scene. You find more surfers here. It's a nice day, so everyone's out just chilling on the beach. Fun fact, my grandmother was the first person to create the opportunity for trash cans on the beach in Hermosa Beach. Thank you, Grandma.
That's what I look like when I try to get out of bed.
It tends to get overlooked by tourists, but as you can tell, there are a lot of people who are local who really love it here. Hermosa is a little more laid back and chill. We have here the Comedy and Magic Club run by Jay Leno, so sometimes you'll see him out there with all his classic cars, usually just one at a time, and he likes to come in here. We also have the pier that is featured in La La Land. That's right, that's our pier, so thank you so much. This is Hennessy's, where I used to get buy one, get one free Tuesday night burgers as a child. Vegetarian burgers as well, so I used to have the vegetarian ones there. It's okay. I mean, love you guys, you've been here forever, but you know.
Now this place over here, the Mexican restaurant, Pamilla. It's also a place in Mexico, I believe, this one. Incredible. They make their own tortillas. And they also have a rooftop section. It's very nice. The only coffee you can get right here, coffee right here, unless you're gonna go around the corner to Starbucks. Oh, this is the lighthouse. So this is La La Land here, the piano scene. Hermosa Beach is really the unknown beach of LA. It's hidden. I believe it encompasses 33 streets, 3 or 4 square miles. It's easy to miss. Everybody goes to the other ones because they're bigger. Don't fall for the Best of Beach Cities awards. I don't believe in it. Literally, they gave them out for the best looking, the best smelling, the best taco without seasoning. They gave an award for everybody. I don't think it actually means anything anymore because the criteria. Yeah. The Bobs are bogus.
Okay, so that was Hermosa. Now we're going 2 more miles down the road, a whole 2 more miles to get to Manhattan Beach Pier. Starting to get crowded. Oh yeah, scored a meter with parking. Let's go.
We did it, Joe. We found parking.
This sign pretty much sums up Manhattan Beach. The kids and women are organic here.
There's a lot more activity. You can start to see the convergence of exercise coming from the north side, Venice, Santa Monica coming down here. You can kind of start to see that. But it's also a little bit of a mixture in terms of chill vibes from Hermosa.
I would say the chill vibes definitely start in like Redondo, move through Hermosa. By the time you get to Manhattan, you get a tiny bit classier and a little bit more upscale in some of your experiences. Manhattan Beach is really a lot more shopping and like boutique shops, which I enjoy, and a lot more options for food than Hermosa.
Lesson in the tsunami evacuation routes. There's the water. and you walk away from the water.
So our favorite restaurant in Manhattan Beach is called the Strand House. It's pretty much the closest, like, best view you can get. If you go to the second level of the Strand House, you can have a view of the ocean. We'll show you a picture of what that looks like because we've been there loads of times. We're not going today because we're on a schedule. We gotta get to a lot of beaches today, guys. A few years ago, a long distance swimmer was swimming and there was a great white shark out there, and someone caught him on the line and the shark flipped out and ended up biting the long distance swimmer. So if you're afraid of sharks, don't go in the water.
I mean, honestly, it's the experience of enjoying the atmosphere more so than like being in the water. Some people really love the water. Personally, I just like being around it.
LAX is right about that area, just inland, so we're gonna drive past so you can see along the coastline there. Not a lot is developed, but you can have bonfires at night or in the morning. A lot of people enjoy that. We're going to go into Venice Beach because there's only one reason I go into Venice Beach: for the food. Now we are entering one of my favorite stretches of the beach cities, and this is the Pacific Coast Highway, and basically you just drive along the beach.
But down by Dockweiler, you have the fire pits, which are nice, right next to the airport. But there's no amenities. You have to bring absolutely everything, and there's a day fee on the parking. You can't just pay like 30 minutes or an hour. So you're committed if you go in at all.
Santa Monica down there. Marina Del Rey. So we're now just on our way to Venice Beach. Fun fact, Abbot Kinney is where we had one of our first dates.
This is why we weren't telling you about Marina Del Rey. It's right now. It's, you know, you drive through here, it's a bunch of weeds.
It's a wetland preserve,
Yeah,
and then a
bunch
harbor.
of weeds.
Then we have the Venice canals that are right up against Marina Del Rey. That's where Venice starts. Really historic, meant to feel like Venice, but much more California beach city than you know, European architecture down there. Venice really is famous for one street called Abbot Kinney, and that's really the only place I ever go in Venice. Venice has a lot of let's just say kind of trendy hippie vibes, a lot of green vibes.
What do you mean green vibes?
Well, like a specific green plant vibe.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it's just not our jam. I'm a little too mainstream for Venice to really work for me. Welcome to Venice. Little camp.
Community.
Little community. I like how you said that.
Community.
Right next to
One of the most expensive grocery stores in America.
Literally more expensive than Whole Foods. Venice Beach. Hey. Welcome to Venice Beach. So just to clarify, today we decided that we're going to have day 2 of the beach cities because we felt like there was just more to show, and on the weekends it gets way too crowded. We're going to show you Venice and the rest of Santa Monica today.
I think waking up to the smell of urine is a really great wake-up call. It's better than coffee.
Something different, but this is just the reality.
Yeah, something happened over here with spray paint. Lots of spray paint. And if you're looking to donate clothes here on Venice Beach, you can always use this one. Blends right in, so make sure you pay attention to where we're at here. If you're looking to expand your artistic creativity, lots of creativity down here to get inspired from.
Maybe the problem's that I'm just not very creative. Maybe that's why I don't really come to Venice Beach. Oh look, that's like a whole 12-pack of beer bottles right there on the beach. That's healthy.
Someone was thirsty.
Don't come expecting to know what's on the signs.
Need a break. Need a breather. I haven't been down here in so long.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, this is
So in conclusion, I would say that Venice Beach is not the most family-friendly beach. It is very creative, however, I don't know a lot of the things to do here.
Okay, we tried to go to the Butcher's Daughter. Sounds like a horror film, but we tried to go there. All vegan food. Hour and 20 wait. We were trying to wing it. But this place is happening today.
So we're gonna go to Intelligentsia, one of the best coffee shops in LA.
Very nice. I wasn't expecting it to be cold. I thought it was gonna be hot, but it's cold. It's like kelp noodle.
What I love about this is you can really taste the creamy, I think it's a cashew sauce, and it's very fresh.
It was so nice. Hazelnut mochi waffle.
So good. This is Venice. So now we're taking a quick break. We just got to Santa Monica and we're having gluten-free and vegan pastries.
Much better atmosphere than what we were experiencing back in Venice. We actually were debriefing in the car a little bit on the way over here. It was a little like off-putting. Gosh, this is like not a fun experience anymore. It could be, but it's not right now. And I remember enjoying Venice several years ago. It really felt like a completely different place. We love the food in Venice, and there's some really incredible things about it, but it feels like right now it's being overshadowed by some very strong things. Wouldn't recommend going right now, personally.
Yeah.
Unless you're going for a very specific meal and you're getting out.
So one big thing you do need to know. Today you might notice on our second day out, it is very overcast. Here's what you do need to know in LA that most people don't know, but that ruins many trips. We have something here called May Gray and June Blue. And what that means is that in the months of May and June, the temperature change between the water and the air is so drastic that it creates overcast clouds in May and June mostly. So people think they're coming in May and June, they're gonna come to a nice sunny beach, they're gonna lay out in the sun, and they're disappointed because this is actually one of the colder times of the year for us. So just be aware as you're planning your trip, it helps set the expectation, right? If you really want the sun, July, August, September, and October even are the best months for more sunshine.
It's Santa Monica, where lots and lots and lots of stuff is filmed. I mean, we could go on, and we're gonna show you some credits right now of all the stuff that's filmed here. On the beach, on the pier, in Santa Monica. This is the beach for Hollywood.
I would say this is where I like to take my friends as well when they come in town. If you're looking for one day at the beach and all you got is one day, I think Santa Monica is the best of both worlds, and that's not just because it's the pier with Miley Cyrus in that one show a while ago. Things that I like about it. Number one, there's lots of recreational area right now. We're walking on a trail along the water, so nice. Number two, the pier is much more activity oriented, so it's a lot of fun. You can go up and get good views of the water. Number three, the shopping is amazing. There's the 3rd Street Promenade, as well as a big mall. So whatever you're really looking for, you can find it here. It's a lot more energy than a lot of the other beaches, a lot more touristy, and there's a big variation in the crowd, I would say.
The pier food, mostly commercial.
Moderate.
Yeah, mostly commercial. I mean, bubblegum shrimp.
If you want a good meal, go inland. Just go across the street,
Yeah.
go to the 3rd Street Promenade. If you're gonna eat on any pier, drive out to Malibu and eat on Malibu Pier.
This is the place that you come for shrimp. If you're looking for shrimp salad, shrimp taters, shrimp gumbo, shrimp stir fry, shrimp omelets, shrimp sushi, shrimp burgers, shrimp breakfast, shrimp
Grits?
shrimp grits, shrimp drink, shrimp cocktail, stir-fried shrimp, fried shrimp, deep-fried shrimp, boiled shrimp. Hey, so we're on the top of the Santa Monica Pier. Pretty cool view. It's always people fishing. Seeing the lifeguard Baywatch boat come over here to our left. Santa Monica Pier here, just over my shoulder, which is fun, pretty iconic. It's just fun to walk around and be in the atmosphere, I think.
I really enjoy that.
It's really lively.
And a lot of people don't know there's several levels to the pier, so you can actually walk to the very end and go down a level and be up close to the water, which is really cool. Welcome to the 3rd Street Promenade. We're here just window shopping today for us. Around here, there is really cool shopping. Down at the far end, there's actually a whole mall, multi-level, that you can spend the whole day in. There's also so much good food. This is a fun place. The road is shut down in the middle, and so the pedestrians really have the run of the land. And during the summer, really all year round, there are festivals here, there are activities and events all the time. So it's a really fun place, really fun energy. Come check it out. So in conclusion, which beach is the best beach city? Whichever one seems the best to you. If there's one on this list that stands out to you as we described it, seems like an awesome beach, that is the one you should go to. It's not about what we think, guys. This is all about what you think and what's going to bring you the best joy, the best fun, the best experience for your trip.
Raw shrimp, shrimp that swims, shrimp that was swimming, shrimp that's not swimming anymore, shrimp inside bread, shrimp on the outside of bread, shrimp covered in mayonnaise, shrimp coated with chipotle sauce, shrimp in a burrito, shrimp in a taco, shrimp nachos. So if you're looking for a heavenly experience, smash that like button and hit the subscribe.